22 days have passed since I started using the Moto X as one of my personal devices, and as I round that 3-week mark and finalize the challenge, I've settled in and found the things that I really love about this device and don't love so much. I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and this is the Day 22 video update. 22 days in, and as you would expect with my 30-day challenge with the Moto X, I'm settling in, and after 3 weeks I'm finding stuff I love and don't love and just kind of working with it and finding them out and jotting them down for the 30-day challenge. And I found a couple of those as I round this 3-week mark and prepare to end the challenge. The things that I love the most about this device, the things that I find useful, and the things that I don't find as useful. One for me, just jumping right in, is Motorola's Connect application suite on the computer. Like I said in one of the previous video updates, I use that on a regular basis for text messaging. I can come in here and either type it from the phone and start it from the phone, or I can go in and start it from my computer. So if I don't have my phone with me, maybe I left it in the conference room, which is across the hallway, when I was in a meeting or whatever the case may be with that, I can leave my phone somewhere and continue to text message, or if I leave it in my office and I get a phone call, it alerts me that I'm getting a phone call. So here are just some sample messages I've sent from some demo devices I have on my desk. But you can see here, typical text message thread, but what I like about this, again, as you're seeing right now, the Motorola Connect application, really useful, very functional for when it comes to calls and text messages. That is something I use at least every day, if not several times a day, as I'm working in the office and have my phone face down or on silent because I'm on other calls in the main line or whatever the case may be. It's really a useful application, a really useful thing that I use on the Moto X. Overall, still love the design of this device. Like I said in a previous video, it's curved, it fits great in the hand. It's easy to have long phone calls on this device, and as I said in the last video, this is the custom Moto X, as you can see here, with the navy back, got the orange accents and the black front over here as well. So customized one works incredibly well. The downside to this phone, 22 days in, the camera, particularly after working with the Galaxy S4 and the HTC One, two devices which excel in various ways in the camera department. You can see it here, obviously a very simple application when it comes to camera stuff here. I've got HDR, I've got my flash, I have the ability to tap to focus and more. There's no physical camera button here, so when I tap, this thing takes a picture just like that. So yeah, it'll focus in automatically, as you can see, like that. But then when I click, the picture is taken. So very simple in comparison to, for example, the HTC Zoe capabilities on the HTC One or the multiple modes on the Galaxy S4. So if camera is very important to you, the overall image quality, pretty decent, moderate to decent on this device. But if you're wanting that phone that you can do the dual shot on, for example, or one that you can do Zoe's with and create video highlights, the HTC One or the Galaxy S4 are going to be your devices to look at. Camera's really a disappointment here. Everything else I love about this phone, though, in a lot of ways. Love the feel, love the way it fits in the hand. 4G LTE continues to be strong, obviously, in the Dallas metro area, as you would expect with AT&T. Like I said, the two big things here for me, camera, and even 22 days in, I'm still struggling to get those battery life numbers that all the other reviewers are talking about. It's not bad. On the custom version, I'm at 56%, and I unplugged it off the charger last night, let it sit overnight, and have been using it all day today. It's at 56%, but still not quite up to par as the Galaxy S4 and slightly less than the HTC One with its 2,300 milliamp hour battery. Now granted, HTC's done a pretty good job with keeping their battery in check and keeping it customized, excuse me, not customizable, keeping it in check and then keeping the battery preserved via software, but still, comparison apples to apples here between some of the other high-end Android devices, the battery could use some work in this phone. So battery and camera are definitely the cons for me 22 days in. The definite pros here, fit in the hand, like the size, wish the display were a little bit larger, but overall pretty pleased with the size for long phone calls. And then of course the Motorola Connect application. And last but not least, I use Motorola's Assist on a regular basis. As you can see here, I have driving activated, then I have meeting, which is a good one as well. I can go in here and go ahead and select it for you. So you can see silence, for example. It'll detect when I'm in a meeting, which I have a call coming up at 2:30, so it'll automatically shift over into silent mode when it detects that I have something going on. And then of course sleeping, very similar to Do Not Disturb on the iPhone. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. We'll have a few more videos in the Moto X challenge, so be sure to let me know what you want to see covered in this challenge at PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter, Facebook, Facebook.com/Hi Aaron Baker. Thanks so much for watching. More to come on the Moto X on PhoneDog.com. I'll see you next time.